cutting out the noise so you can roleplay freely. Let's make your roleplay freer and easier. When you approach a moment, there's probably a lot of thoughts running through your head. What do I say? Do I need to be funny? I should be funny, right? What would my character say? How do they feel? What am I even doing here? Maybe I shouldn't try to roleplay. What if I try to be funny and it sucks? What if I take too much time? What if they laugh at me? Let's not. Let me simplify it for you to make it easier. Each roleplay moment you initiate needs 3 elements. What are you trying to get? How are you going to try to get it? How do you leave? For the first part, that's probably the easiest. Usually in game, you need something or want something. Maybe it's information. Maybe it's a horse. Whatever it is, that's the objective. That's what you're aiming for. Let's say it's a horse from a stable. Next, how are you going to try to get it? So if we want to go the easy way, money, right? If there's a stated price, pay it, you get the horse. No roleplay interaction needed. But say you want a deal. That would necessitate something more. Something to roleplay. Now, choose one tactic. One way that you might try to get a bargain for a horse. There's so many possibilities. Where do I choose tactics? I'd start with what you know your character is about. Your backstory. Your personality. You don't have to showcase everything. Just one thing is good enough. For example, say you mention that your character is a bit of a scoundrel. This implies they might be willing to lie for what they want. So your tactic is now lying. What do you lie about? You choose. Why do you need a bargain? What kind of lie do you think would be fun to play, or perhaps might work in this situation? Maybe a tragic lie? My son doesn't have long to live. He always wanted a horse, but I can't quite pay that much. Is there any chance you could drop it a little bit to make a boy's dreams come true? Or maybe a fruitless promise. I work for the king. He needs a horse. If you can give me a deal now, provided that your horse is up to snuff, there may be more requests, and I can bump you up the ladder as far as who the king can trust. Now, it might seem complicated. How did we construct this lie? In essence, I built these on 3 pillars. 1, the lie. 2, the objective. 3, the payoff. The lie in the tragic path is having a son who doesn't have long to live. The objective that we tie in is the deal, wanting a drop in the price because we can't pay that much. And the payoff is why they'd want to give us that deal, to make a boy's dreams come true. The lie in the fruitless promise path is that we work for the king and he needs a horse. The objective is getting a deal now, and the payoff is getting clout in the eyes of the king for possible further horse deals. You can break down almost any how into these 3 layers, and you can mix and match the positioning to adjust for your fellow players and DM to receive properly. Usually, once you've dropped this, you get a chance to roll, unless the DM isn't sure what you're asking for. You can always clarify the details, but once they know, your fate is in the hands of the dice. Whether you win or lose, it's time for step 3. How do you get out of there? But first off, why is this important? Why do I put so much emphasis on leaving? Because whether you're doing roleplay at the table or you're improvising in a scene on stage, most people don't know how to end a moment. They let the water run until the tap is dry, and that results in a rough feeling afterwards. Anytime something lasts just a little too long, you lose strength and momentum. It feels bad because we let the energy build and we let it all run out with a whimper. So once you've done your thing, get out of there. It can be super simple. Thank you for letting my boy experience the wild freedom of a horse, and Gina will leave. Easy. Or if you didn't get the deal, I understand. You've got a business to run. I'll pay anything for my kid, and Gina will leave. We'll do the same thing again with the fruitless promise. Thank you for your excellent service. The king will be pleased, and Gina will leave. Or, understandable, you're a shrewd businessman. I'll pay, and then Gina will leave. Having a neat and tidy ending allows you to move on. The DM knows definitively that you've finished, so you don't have those awkward, "are you finished yet" moments. Anything else you want to do here? No. And you can effectively end this moment on a high note of either getting or not getting your objective in the roleplay, so you don't run too long. You don't hog up the spotlight time, and you can keep things moving smoothly. But that's basically it. If you choose your objective, your tactic, and an exit plan, you're well on your way to roleplay.